Okay, so once the top portion is finished, you're gonna do the opposite color group in the bottom portion. So remember, this is the bottom of the tree. So this now is our sky, and then all this is the ground. So you're gonna get, for my case, I'm gonna do the cool colors for all this space down here. And when you go to color these things, you don't wanna color the same color next to the same color. So I don't wanna color all these green. I could do every other or do another kind of pattern. So again, these are my watercolor pencils so that I can get these wet and do that color when I'm finished. And then I might switch colors for this space because I need to color from the tree down to the horizon line. Now, again, you can color mix, which will make your colors look a little more interesting instead of just a solid color. And again, the darker you use the color, the more vibrant it will be when you go to do the water. So if I want to do dark and then blend down, and then maybe I'll add another color at the bottom, that's an option. So I'm going to finish coloring and I'll come back. Okay, so I've colored all the cool colored spaces, and now I'm going to get my water and a brush with my tray, and then you can go ahead and start activating those colors, being careful as you go along your edges, and start making those all blend together. And again, it's suggested that you stick with one color for a while so that you don't have to keep changing your brush color and cleaning it. So I could do all these areas that look like those colors before I move on to a new color. But remember to also clean your brush in between color changes. So I'm going to finish painting and I'll show you my finished work. Okay, I finished painting, and now the last step is to use your black colored pencil with the watercolor pencils. Now anywhere, like I dripped some water here, I do not want to color on top of that space. It will rip the paper. But anywhere where it's dry, I can go ahead and start. I'm going to actually move this to the table so we don't have that texture coming through. I don't really want that on there. So you're going to color this tree really dark actually, because we want the watercolor to be fully black, not gray. So we're going to color all this completely, and then lastly we will water activate the black. So again, coloring that nice and dark as we work, because you don't want it to be a gray watercolor, you want it to be a black watercolor. It's important when you're doing these branches that you go all the way up to that oil pastel line so that you don't have those empty white spaces, and it'll give it a nice crisp edge so that when you do the water, it will look cleaner.